Good Friday morning to you. I'm Chris Sanchez. I'm in for Laura Garcia.
And I'm Marcus Washington. Want to get a look outside for you this morning across the Bay Area where, you know what, the roads are wet, but it's pretty dry out there for the most part. Meteorologist Kari, of course, tracking the impact of your weekend plans. I know a lot of folks are like, okay, are we going to be able to get out and do some things?
Yeah, there's going to be some windows to get outside and enjoy the lights, the displays, and get some shopping done, too. We are starting out with some light rain in much of the North Bay as well as San Francisco and into the peninsula. We're tracking it all with Storm Ranger, but also seeing much more heavy rain farther to the north, and that's not even the brunt of the storm system that's on the way. You can see that long line of clouds, that atmospheric river that will be on the way and already causing the issues and concerns about flooding, mainly in the North Bay, where we are still at about 200 to 300% of its normal amount of rainfall from that last storm. So we're expecting about 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in the valleys and possibly over 5 inches of rainfall in the mountains. So you want to make sure that you have an emergency plan. You know, if your home is in a flood zone or remember that past history, have a plan and evacuate if needed, and never drive where water covers the road. Make sure you have your possessions ready and you're gathering the paperwork and you're signed up for either the Nixle alerts or the NBC Bay Area app to get those alerts. So we're expecting that storm to dump a couple of inches of rain in the North Bay. Our Today in the Bay's Bob Redell live there, and we're expecting that much rainfall. It's a concern when you consider how saturated the grounds are.
You're correct. Good morning to Kari. And I didn't realize we were at 2 to 3x our normal amount of rainfall for parts of the Bay Area. And that makes sense given the fact that places like Santa Rosa up in the North Bay, the ground there is already saturated because of that atmospheric river that hit them a couple of weeks ago, during which it dumped 14.5 inches over a period of 72 hours. The ground still saturated as a result, as you mentioned, which means trees are more likely to become uprooted and fall down. We caught up with Edgar Salas with VEMA Tree Service, who chopped up and hauled away a giant redwood tree yesterday from a property in Napa because the owner there, he wanted it gone before the new rains arrive. Salas suggests you check your trees for rot and think about thinning them to release the load.
The trees like that have a lot of weight. I think the tree needs to be trimmed. Obviously, if you have a leaning trees, yeah, check it at the base of the trees.
It's not just the rain, it's the wind. We actually put a message out to our community this morning that although we're not part of the wind advisory, it's going to be gusty, it's going to be windy locally.
So as Kari has been mentioning, strong system expected starting later tonight, especially in the North Bay, continuing on into tomorrow. Again, potentially bringing with it a couple of inches of rain for places like Santa Rosa, more if you're in the upper hills. If roads flood, a reminder from authorities, don't drive through those areas. The water could be much deeper than it appears. Reporting live, Bob Redell, Today in the Bay.